It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Najee Harris. He's the owner of the third most rushing touchdowns league-wide. It's the Steelers and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time. They definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Boswell to do the honors. At Allegiant Stadium. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out in his 13th season out of Michigan State is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade it started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, Cousins. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him! And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
First couple snaps, first drive of the game, it's all about who can land that opening punch, gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick, just couldn't hang.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Steelers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. And they've been able to lean on him in the early goings of this NFL season. He's in the top 5 of the NFL in rushing. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. They're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. He's on the move. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. And that stop made by T.J. Watt.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Working from the gun, it's Cousins. And the Steelers get home. They drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll... He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He'll start from the 39. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Steelers will take over possession. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 47. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they take this in for the score. The Steelers take a 13-0 lead. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Chris Boswell to kick it off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning from the 18-yard line. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here... down call. Cousins out of the pistol here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
3rd and long for him here. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Steelers have it, headed the other way. Well, partner, we both know some decisions defy all explanation, and I'm throwing this one into that mix. They had the fumble, and they just chose to give it right back.
Yeah, and then some decisions allow an analyst to just shut his mouth and wonder aloud, like all of you.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here. Trying to run in, Harris. Is in, touchdown Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 20-zip lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Madison. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun handoff to Laube. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To the air, Cousins. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So they're left with 4th down here.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this clean at the 30. Ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Throwing now on 1st down. Now here he goes. They gain 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Early on, it's not his work passing the football we're talking about. It is what he's been able to do as a runner that has this place buzzing.
Yeah, years ago, Kate, taking what the defense gives you means checking it down, but not anymore. Not the QBs of today. He's showing you the prowess he has with his legs as well.
1st and 10, give to Harris. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call for Well, it came at the perfect time.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Steelers are on the move here. All right, here we go. Second down. This time it's a passing play. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Getting out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit. Great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and 6. The shot to the end zone is in.
Passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Forced out to his right. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided first half. And 3 first-half rushing touchdowns for him now, Brock. He's shouldering the load for him and scoring, no doubt. But we also have to keep in mind he's very close to what could be tying or even breaking the single-game record for a QB. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Oh, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. First down throw for Cousins. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw, Cousins. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New set of downs for him at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
First and 10, here's Cousins. He gets this one to Myers. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Everyone's prepped, it's second down now. Now Cousins again. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this one had a brief chance. Good kick in the end. He misses it. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. Into the secondary past the 40. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Boswell to add the PAT. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. That brings us to the break. The Steelers taking a lead into the visiting locker room. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and you can see currently they trail in that ball game. Landry Jones throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Steelers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading. Backs in rushing yards to this point. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 14. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw now. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running behind center with Harris. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
To go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think. How many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. Oh, they're on it, but he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the 1st half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he wasn't needed at all in the 1st half, partner. This is going to be his 1st punt. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. From the gun, Laube. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special. Right, that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, early Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
This is hauled in by Myers. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They'll run. This is Madison. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That stop made by T.J. Watt. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Raiders football as we're just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Starts the return at the 34. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Huge return here. It's good for 37. And the Steelers have a short field in front of them as they take over. The Steelers to Najee Harris making their return to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A handoff for Harris, running right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Najee Harris, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers continue piling on to this lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. 2 plays ago, if we had seriously mentioned a safety partner, we'd have been laughed out of this booth, right?
Well, if they say things... NFL, huh?
A couple of back-to-back sacks, losses like that, really opens us up to possibilities we weren't expecting.
Yeah, not all those possibilities are good, Kate, unless you're that defense that just dropped 2 points on the scoreboard.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
This is Harris on 2nd down, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he cuts it back right. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers running them out of the building. Najee Harris, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers continue adding on to that lead.
Chris Boswell will kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cousins now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Cousins. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They send a man in motion. Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Play action now for Cousins. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Yeah, this is... really from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit. They give to Harris from the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Harris once more. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.